Hello everybody, Reggie Time here, and today we're going to be playing some €20 NL on Grosvenor Poker, which is a skin on the iPoker network. I'm fully expecting the games to be totally shit, full of like type boring regulars, like I'm a type boring regular. But I tried to make a video earlier with Craig and Don from Discord, and the audio didn't work. So I'm quite tilted that the audio didn't work. So I'm making another video now, boring old live play video, but hopefully some interesting things will happen, and it'll be something for you guys to watch until the great man himself, Juicenberg, pops up on stream tonight at 7 o'clock. Twitch TV/Juicenberg123. I'll put the link in the description. He has confirmed he is playing tonight. So get over there and watch him. He's not on the best of sleep pattern at the moment, so it's every chance he'll be grumpier and saltier than usual. So one of two things will happen. He'll either do really well and we can enjoy sharing in a victory with him, or things won't go well for him and his fucking salt levels and his like bile and the preposterous insults he has for players will all be out in full force and we can fully enjoy many juice and rants. Either way, you're guaranteed a fantastic evening's entertainment, so get along and watch him. Click the link beneath the description, and around 7 o'clock, go and watch him. Always plays good music these days too, does Juice. He's not being a nit anymore. He's playing proper music that we've all heard before, and if you're my age, then, well, any age, you're going to love the music he plays. He's got broad taste in music, most of it pretty fucking good. Anyway, that's the Juicenberg ass kissing out of the way. Let's get on with folding some hands. Let's see a flop with the ace and the 4 of the same colour. Flop and ace. Not sure I'm going to be a big fan of this by the river, but kick it off with a check. I'm not going to be doing too much check calling here in a multi-way pot. I just think we're going to be out-kicked a lot if bets go in. Clearly we can't fold to one bet, but it's a shit spot. We're just going to check call here and almost certainly check fold turn unimproved and feel pretty dirty. I could be persuaded to even just like turn my hand into a bluff here and just check raise if he bets and then just blast the river and hope he's just on ace queen, ace jack that folds at some point. He doesn't bet. We can't check call this river, I don't think. I mean the bet check bet line, especially multi-way, is going to have too many strong hands. It's just that, do we want to block bet? Guess not. I guess I'm just going to check fold. Too thin to block. Not strong enough to bluff catch. Hope he goes check and we win, I guess. And he had 10-9. Is anyone a big fan of my remarkably creative screen name selection on here? All you need now is my date of birth and my address, and you can easily steal my identity. Oops, 2.5, sorry, not 2.2. I don't even know where that 2.2 is there. Probably a tournament thing. Oh, we've got somebody who appears to like playing lots of pots. Could be interesting. Kind of thinking we should have made this a 6 tabling affair, but never mind. We are where we are now. So we've got a whale who has pretty much got any 2 cards that reaches his flop. We've got some backdoor equity, so we're going to kick it off with a stab. Not expecting to fold very often, but we're going to barrel pretty big on good turns for us. Or give up on bad turns, but it doesn't matter because he just folded. Because I wouldn't necessarily recommend these games to you if you're a microsets grinder based in the UK. if you're not based in the UK, if you are based in the EU, you probably won't be able to get on Grosvenor. But there will be an eye poker skin somewhere for you, most probably. Ace Jack off. We're not going to 3-bet here because I want this guy to come along. So I'm just going to flat. Which most of you guys will probably fucking hate, but never mind. I'll live with that. This guy C-bet 62%. Only barrels turn 20%. 62% from how many? 8 from 13. Fuck it. We'll try a little Raisy Daisy. Try a little Raisy Daisy. You see betting 62%. He might have some bet folds. He hasn't got one this time. In fact, he snap called pretty damn quickly. Giving up here with the ace jack. Looking at these 2 9s. In multi-way, we can set mine. I don't like calling 3-bets out of position. It's really not on my to-do list very often. But I think on this occasion, when this guy comes along, he's got to be really quite honest now because of this guy. So he can't just like c-bet any 2. Still giving up with the ace jack. I just don't think this guy's going to fold a king very often. Ace 3 suited. And I'm going to go for a 3-bet with this one. It's really tempted to raise here, but I just don't think it's going to work. But he's gone like check back turn, bet river. This looks like thin value. I think he goes much bigger with a full house. In fact, fuck it, we're going to spew. Don't think he's got a very strong value range here. And I can have some full houses that check the turn because the flush gets there. And if he wants to call me with King X, good for him. Happy days. We take it down. And I think our 9's maybe the best hand here. We lose to pocket 10s, pocket queens, that he would possibly play the same way. This guy's just fucked off, which doesn't offer me as much protection as I would have liked. I think he doesn't bluff when he's still to act. Maybe he does bluff now because he's just like left the fucking table. It's like, fuck it, I'm out. So now we don't have as much protection as we would have liked anymore, but we still win. So happy days. What did he have? 10-9. He was in trouble with the 10-9, wasn't he? Isolating the Queen 9 suited here versus the tightish limper. Get a cold call out of a fishy looking guy in the big blind. We're going to kick it off with the c-bet on the A side board with the back doors. He snap calls. We're going to probably be triple barreling here. I'm going to c-bet the King 8 suited. Again, banking on our backdoor potential, which we do now turn a flush draw. Probably going to fire another street here, but not fire the third barrel if we get called. But we don't get called. We just take it down. Hope these sound effects don't come through too loud. I hadn't realised that I hadn't muted them. I typically don't play with sound effects because most of them are fucking shit. Although I do like Tonka and Lexi's Sky sound effects. They're pretty fucking cool. I don't know how they do that. I don't know if there's a setting on Sky that you can adjust to them audio settings, but I do fucking like them. I don't like being squeezed, so we're going to fold the 7-6. This guy is a tight regular, so he can be tagged now after 200 hands. Let's get around to tagging some people shortly. Open the King Queen. Tend not to tag people until we got like a reasonable sample. Like this guy's tight fish. He can go green just about. Used to orange tag them, but he can be green now. He's just a fish. He's just not likely to be winning play with those stats. This guy should absolutely be yellow, not red. Jack 7's going to be a fold. This guy, we're going to start him at green, but he could be upgraded to blue quite quickly. Anyone else not tagged? Not enough hands, not enough hands, not enough hands. Enough hands to tag as a fish. So let's get you tagged. Badger. Let's get the badger tagged. Don't know why that fucking box is coming up as enormously as it is, but again, can't be asked to do anything about it, so I just won't. Three-handed here. What we'll do is we'll leave table next big blind and we'll just fire another table up. And then leave this one in just a moment. Although now somebody has sat. We'll just leave next big blind on. 22-18, ace 10 off. Opening 29% of cut-offs. This probably shouldn't be a thing, but I'm going to do it anyway. Let me take it down. And this table's about to leave. We're still three-handed because this guy's left. So as soon as this table disappears, we shall tile again. And all the tables have changed positions. And now this one's fucking three-handed. I hope this isn't going to be a common theme all fucking day of tables just breaking. This is one of the annoying things about making live play videos is that, you know, the tables just fucking break. It's really quite annoying. You're going to put me a decent one. How many players are at this table? Is it going to show me before I click play? That's enough. There's enough. That'll do. Not defending the S10 off versus 3x from someone who is playing pretty nitty on a smallish sample. So we got this guy who's already open limped twice. We can go early on his tag. This guy's open limped the small blind. I'm going to try and just take it down pre with our king 7, which we do. Just going to donk with our set over here. Going to not c-bet into this player with our relatively weak holding. Going to c-bet our hand here. I'm going to donk our set because I am a face-up shitreg. And we do not get any action, but I don't care. C-bet this flop, get a pretty bad turn card in terms of, like, do I want to barrel? Because we do have the 9 of diamonds, so we have a flush draw, we can barrel, but is he folding an ace or a king? Probably not. So we're just not going to bother. Just going to check it and fold to his bet, which is almost certainly coming. We like c-bet this flop and check this turn. He should just be attacking it relentlessly. I think he's either got a weak ace or a strongish king. I'm not going to try and take him off either. Just giving up completely. Jack 6. I didn't think he had the Jack 6. That's one thing I didn't put him on. We weren't tagging green just yet because he was blind versus blind, but we'll be keeping an eye on him. We'll be keeping an eye on young Monty. He might be frisky. I'm not proud of how I played that hand, but I'm not proud of how I play a lot of hands, so it's not a novel experience for me. I don't have my own HUD stats on when I play, by the way, because I find I get result orientated by them. If it, normally more when I'm playing speed poker, so it's like collecting hands from the whole session rather than by the table. I'll be like, oh, you played a bit too loose, Reg, so tighten up a bit. Or you played a bit too tight, Reg, loosen up a bit. And I'm doing neither because I'm so familiar with my like ranges pre-flop. If it looks like I'm playing tighter than usual, I'm not. It's just I've been dealt less of the hands I normally open than usual, and vice versa. If it looks like I'm playing looser than usual, I'm not. It's just because I've been dealt more of the hands that I like to play. But it does bother me. I don't like seeing my own stats when I'm playing, so I don't have them up. This guy has 3 betters, and I'm going to go with the 4-bet. I don't think I want to call this hand out of position, but I don't think I want to fold it either. So we're going to use it as a 4-bet bluff and probably get spanked, because usually when you get out of line pre-flop with 4 bets in microstakes cash, you get spanked. But we're making a video, and it'd be boring if I just folded everything every time some fucker 3-bet me or what have you. So we're going to do some stuff I wouldn't normally always do. Like we're going to 3-bet the king, queen 8 suited too. This is now very tricky because we've got top pair in a 4-bet pot and a gut shot. And I have no idea how to proceed. So I'm just going to check. I'm not folding, of course. It's just whether we jam over his bet if he makes one, or whether we just call. I think I'm more likely to shove. If he bets big, call if he bets smallish. He's bet big, so we're just going to shove now and then hope to get there. Because when he calls, we're probably going to be fucked. But he might have ace queen. Please have ace queen. Bye-bye, 20 euros. Oh, he folded. Happy days. Happy days. Red line. Fucking come at me. Get in my fucking veins, red line victories. I don't care how shit I played that hand. Fucking red line. We've got it. We've got some red line joy, which is not a thing I can often say. Not particularly red line orientated player. For those who don't like me vaping, so fuck, we're about to start. So you might want to mute for the next few minutes. There are some people who sometimes complain about me vaping on my videos. It's fucking free on YouTube. How dare you have the audacity to complain about somebody vaping? Somebody once complained that I slurped my tea. It's free. If you don't like it, fuck off. Don't be fucking telling people who are providing fucking free content you don't like something about what they're doing. Just keep those fucking worthless opinions to yourselves. We're going to check raise the ace 9 here. We're going to 3-bet the queen. We didn't get a chance to check raise the ace 9, so we're going to try again because it looks like our opponent doesn't have very much. We're going to c-bet very big versus the fish here or the jack 10-8. He still doesn't bet. That's a diabolical turn. Oh, it's not. We've got a straight. Reg, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh, he's got a bigger straight. Nice answer. Honey, he called a 4-bet. He called a 3-bet with king queen, honey. Probably won't even last another half hour. Didn't even last another fucking half a hand. Look at this guy. He is having a blast. 13/10. I mean, it almost feels like there should be different colours than yellow for people like him. Just giving up here. No interest in the 8-6 when it totally breaks. And this player's checking back. Probably doesn't have a very strong hand when he checks back, but We don't need to be bluffing 8-6. I mean, he's probably just got something like pocket 5s, pocket 9s. Pocket 4s. Another table's breaking. Disappointing. This guy's playing 32 over 6, so his open range is going to be tighter than most on the cutoff, but still going to 3-bet the queens and get it in if he shoves and expect to be flipping or worse. He just folds. Hard to imagine what somebody with a 6% VPIP opens and then folds off 40 bigs, but apparently that guy has things. Another table that's breaking, which is disappointing. I'm going to bet big here, but not that big. I'll leave this table. We turn a straight, which is very pleasant. Now we're going to do something really tiny just to milk him. Try and get all in on the river. Chop chop, or maybe even lose. We're glad we didn't make a set there. Lots of pocket pairs at this table. I have a pretty shitty image, which is never a bad thing. Not c-betting the queen 9 on the paired board against a fish. I didn't even realise we're multi-way. Even more reason not to c-bet. Oh, action. If that's not premium, I'll be amazed. 1917 coming in with the 4-bet. Yes, it was premium. What a surprise. And getting jacks in pre-flop is a mistake. It micro-stakes cash, 100 big blinds deep. It's especially a mistake against players that tight, I think. Some of you may disagree. You're entitled to, but you're wrong. It's civil of him to put nice hand in. I'd just be thinking, cunt. I wouldn't be typing nice fucking hand or doing whatever these things are. Not in a fucking million years would I be doing that. I'd just think, you're a cunt. Fucking prick. Oh, 6x open. We got ace king. Oh dear. Oh dear. Things are about to get messy. I've just berated him for getting jacks in pre, and I'm about to get ace king in pre versus a 6x under the gun open. So, fuck you, Reg. You're a fucking hypocrite. Oh, he just fold 6x fold. It's an interesting, interesting line to take. How does a 22-17 find a 6x open pre-flop? Anyway, and then have folds. Maybe he just exploited the fuck out of me. Maybe he just folded ace queen like it was nothing. This guy should be yellow too. 21-16, 6% 3-bet. Doesn't warrant the red tag, which I say for like aggressive regulars. He's not a bad regular by any stretch. Solid tag on statistically. Solid tag, but generally speaking, not somebody I'm going to want to get heavily involved with should they push the action. No. Discipline, Reg. Be disciplined. Don't you dare squeeze. Don't you fucking dare. Good man. We flopped a pair. Pair might be good. We're going to bet. Don't raise, motherfucker, because that will confuse me on this board. And I don't like being confused. He folds. We're happy enough with that. It's a reasonable outcome. Fucking three-handed at this table again. Fuck off. This guy's now 5x in. We're going to 3-bet him again. And this time he calls, and we get a flop that theoretically is good for our range. But in practice, I'm not going to c-bet. I mean, he can have stuff like pocket eights here that would maybe fold. Maybe it's a spot we're just supposed to bet, but it would really stink to get raised, and it would make me unhappy. And I don't like doing things that would make me unhappy. I did that once when I got married. Still paying the penalty for that now. And yeah, we're just going to check it down and expect to lose. Is there any bluffing this river if he checks again? I think there is. I think if he checks, well, it doesn't matter now. Ace Jack offsuit. Not a very big sample on this dude. I hate 3-betting these sort of hands. People don't fold enough. Then you're left with ace high out of position, and it's just a bit shit and grim. But we'll do it anyway. I'm going to overlimp this 8-6 suited, and if someone ISOs, we're going to flat, I think. Even though it's not a particularly good hand, we do have the button. Yeah, we can slide. I mean, this is probably a losing call, but we're making a video. And it's boring if we just fold too much. He bets smallish. I think he'd probably bet bigger if he had a real hand. So based on that tenuous read, we're going to spew and raise. And he folds. Happy days. Really pissed off with these tables going three-handed all the time. I mean, I'm not an especially good 6-max player these days. 3-max, I am fucking atrocious. But we'll give it a chance to see someone joined. I can't be asked just continually fucking reloading tables. Good thing about the way iPoker's set up is that there's no wait list, so if somebody wants to join a fresh table, it will just fill this table with players. We've been 3-bet blind versus blind. We have Jack 10 suited. It's an uncomfortable defend for me. This is probably a slam dunk defend, but for me, I find these spots uncomfortable. Hopefully we can make him feel uncomfortable by check raising this flop though. Maybe check calling if you bet small. He's gone half pot. I think we can call half pot. If we'd gone bigger, I'd have been more inclined to raise or fold. And do I lead this turn or do I go for another check raise? I think he's going to check back a decent amount, which is good. We get to realise all that equity. And if he does bet, I'm just going to pile. I think this bluff doesn't get through, but we've got a lot of equity, and calling and then just folding when we miss doesn't feel good, so YOLO! Same hand? Oh no, it's not the same hand, is it? I thought we had the same hand, but we didn't have the same hand, because he had a pair and we didn't. 8, 7, 9, check back. Keep checking, just keeping up. River straight. Bets. We raise. Oh, this table's totally fucking died. Okay, so get rid of that. Queen 6 deuce, backdoor flush. Sorry, 5 6 deuce, backdoor flush draw. Check back. Reasonable board for the big blind, not a reasonable board for us. If the turn was a diamond, I would raise versus this turn lead because I think people lead these spots too often. But we don't pick up any equity, so we just fold. That is Jack 10 blind v blind. I think it was a bit spewy, possibly. No, I mean, when I'd raise a turn there, I am going to have so many hands that are just better than the hand he had. I mean, Jack Queen Ed isn't doing great against my turn check raising range. You're going to have like better top pairs than him. I'm going to have sets, 2 pairs, and then my draws are going to have like a bunch of equity like they did. So I think he maybe overplayed his hand, and I certainly overplayed mine. Don't think he should be big betting that turn very often, but he did, and hats off to him. Check calling this flop, and then deciding on the turn whether we want to proceed any further. Did have a 90% C bet. 71% turn barrel. Small sample sizes, of course. We fill up on the river. What do I think he has here? I'm just going to bet big-ish and just hope he calls us with like queens, kings, aces. He actually just called us with ace 10, which is seemed wide to me. He's left. He's hit and he has ran. What a cunt. Hello, ladies. We have the ladies. We don't have any stats on any of our players. Any at the other tables. Well, we'll look more carefully if we need to. So, Igor. Are you anywhere else, Igor? Yeah, you're here. 26-19. Oh, well. I guess we just rip it here and hope to isolate this dude. Hitting against the 10s. Good start. Shit turn. Shit river. That was bollocks. That was total bullshit. That was total BS. Fucking online is so fucking rigged. How does 10s ever beat queens? So fucking rigged. Motherfucker. And then another cunt who just hits and runs. Fucking gutless fucking wank stains. Fucking despise them. Absolutely despise. They're worse than fucking ISIS. Fucking wankers. Worse than the Taliban. And they're motherfuckers, the Taliban, to be fair. They're not good people. But hit and runners are absolutely fucking worse than them. We have a good shot on a backdoor flush draw against someone who doesn't have many chips. So it's kind of a shit spot, but we're going to try and get there. Don't consider the turn to be getting there. Do we triple off here? I don't think so. And we turn a pair with a good shot, which is going to be a total fanny here and call and then fold the river. That's what we're going to do. Oh, we don't have to fold the river. We're just going to lose to ace jack. Oh, chop we jack 10. That works. That works too. I mean, you're a short stacking nit. You're also worse than the fucking Taliban. Just fuck off. Just get a fucking grip with yourself, mate. 17-14. I mean, I play nitty, so I'm not necessarily going to slag you for your stats, but fuck off with that stack, you absolute cunt. You know, if you want to play them stacks, just fucking register tournaments, you prick. Fucking cash games. Meant to be played deeper stacked. Fucking 37.6 big blinds. What a tosser. I did only put money on this site last night to play some tournaments. Ended up not playing tournaments and getting involved in a absolute bloodbath of a session with a whale, which was fun. Can't see myself visiting the cash game lobbies too often on iPoker. Games do seem like pretty fucking shit. There's occasional fish to kicking around, don't get me wrong. They're not, I've seen worse games, but they're nothing to get really excited about. We're going to flat this. Most people will despise this flat, and they'll be calling me a cunt. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, because obviously we're going to flop a flush. And obviously we're going to lead with it, because this guy so far has c-bet 0 times. Only 0 out of 1. Fuck it, yeah, we'll go for a check raise. If he checks through, I'm going to be really annoyed for not donking. This is why we just need to donk more when we flop well in these games. If you're playing microstakes poker, you're going to hate this advice. But if you're playing microstakes poker and you flop a big hand multi-way, just fucking donk, because cunts don't bet anywhere near high enough frequencies to make it worthwhile going for a check raise. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. Are we about to spunk off some more money? Because I'm not just calling here out of position. That's what I'm not doing. If he's cool at us, then good for you, mate. You're going to get all the chips. Don't just want to flat there, then check river. He value bets when he has his beat, and he checks back when he doesn't. Of course it's the nuts. Of course it's the nuts. 4-3 suited, no. I'm going to pretend I'm nice when I'm not. Nice hand. Really just thinking fucking wanker, but we'll do that so we don't look like the salty old bastard that we are. Very glad we are only 3 minutes from ending this video. It's not been a stunning success. It set off well, and then things just went downhill. He snap called. Absolutely turbo called. Still going to barrel though, because Reg hates money. Oh, we do river the nuts though. And we beat the backdoor 2 pair. Three, 4, 4 with the club. So we're going to start with the bet. And we are going to bomb very, very big any turn card that tickles my fancy. Don't think the Jack of Diamonds is a turn card that tickles my fancy. But I am tempted to just like blast off here. Tempted to blast off. Don't want to bet too big here, because if we're going to shove rivers, we do want to leave it. At least we can maybe get some folds. He folds. Happy days. Nice bit of spew there from Reggie. That wasn't a turn card that tickled my fancy, but I then decided to fire it anyway. I don't think it's been the worst session. I think we're probably down a buy-in or something. 6x open from the button there. Nice line, sir. Nice hand. Sit out next big blind or cash tables. That is the button that I am looking for. Couple of suited kings to wrap things up. Come on, mate. Fucking places to go, people to see. That is a top pair, multi-way. That is a check back the flop and possibly raise the turn. Because as I said, I think there's an awful lot of people who like attack from out of position versus turn. Maybe not as much multi-way. Maybe it's less of a thing multi-way, but we're still going to go with the race. We have two pair. We're only losing to sets, which of course you can have. We turbo folds. Something I've been doing a lot lately, adding to my game, is like checking back flops with all parts of my range, and then just like raising versus turn probes. I think it's a spot people take too often, and then get themselves in pickles. And there's a few spots I've noticed where people are just checking too often, like players check raising blind versus like from the blind with like boards that are theoretically good for them. I think that's a spot where many players are just overplaying now and doing it too often. And I think like turn probes versus flop check backs is another spot where we can start like checking back some flops with like all parts of our range, of course, and then raising turns as a, like an exploit of population. So yeah, that's the end of the session. Let's see how we got on. So sessions. Right. What is that showing me? Why is it just doing that all of a sudden? I don't understand why it's doing that. We lost $16 anyway, but I don't know why. I have no fucking clue. No clue why that's doing that. But we played 24-18. We ran badly, but who cares? Why is it? I don't know why that's fucking doing that. This is my two sessions, last night and today. Obviously, last night went really, really well. Do we want to look at the tagged hands? Have we got time? These are the hands I went over earlier with Craig and Don. We're not going to discuss any of them because I simply don't have the time, but we'll pull them up on the replayer and just quickly run through them. I guess. Because I did want to share these because this guy was fucking nutty. So we're not going to critique my play at all here. We're not going to like say, "Oh, could I have done this? Could I have done that?" Because I've done that once already today, and that's enough. So A7. Oh no, no, don't do that, Reg. We want them chronologically, don't we? We want them chronologically. Don't be a prick. Replay. Right, all you need to know is these were his HUD stats because these are going to get in the way and I can't be asked moving them all. So he was basically playing almost every hand and he was fucking psychotic. So we had the A7. Oh, I'm still doing this in the fucking wrong order. Now, who gives a fuck? He goes all in. We're ridiculous to deep with this guy. I don't know what to do. Call anyway. And he had King 6. So that's the first hand done and dusted. Ace 5 suited. We limped. Oh, fuck off. Hide HUD all the time. We flop a massive draw. He goes all in. We're like, YOLO. Let's run it. We beat the 9 high flush draw against the reg. All right, Muzza, what will be your tick pet? Next time we have an ace 3, we call an open. This is the same hand again. We flop a pair. Bet. Turn check. River. He just goes all in for 560 big blinds. We got 370. I make a nitty fold and hit on life. This hand's just against another fish at another table. Just get through that because I couldn't give a fuck about it. This one was very interesting. We just flat the open because this guy's very active. He squeezes. We're delighted to see it. Then he goes all in for 243 big blinds. Do I want to put 243 big blinds in with ace king? Against him, no. Against him, yes. Didn't know what to do. Folded. Would have won.
because he had 7 deuce off because he's a moron. Pot open the aces, he shoves 229 bigs, we call, he has 10-7 off, we win. Again, because he is moron. And then this is last hand, is king. Open, he 3-bets. I have no idea what size to 4-bet to, so just make it 50. I haven't got a clue if that's good or bad. He calls, check. He jumped a river. I was deep in the tank, desperately wanted to hero call, but because I'm a fanny, I didn't, and he shot a jack 5, and we didn't win. So yeah, here we go. That was a very quick run through of all the stuff that I discussed with Craig and Don earlier that we didn't get to capture because I'm a prick. So there we go. Hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget, go and watch Duesenberg tonight. He'll be on from 7 o'clock. And yeah, see you later in the week. Bye-bye for now.